to the August episode of Celebrate Meridian, our monthly look at all things Meridian. Tonight I will be joined by Director Bruce Wong of the Ada County Highway District to talk about current transportation plans and what the future holds for our city of Meridian. It is hard to believe that summer is quickly wrapping up and our students will be returning to school. Many of you here in our community recently took part in the National Night Out activities and the Salmon Barbecue. However, there are some great events still taking place now or getting ready for September that I want you to be aware of. First, if you haven't had a chance to check out the Meridian Urban Market, or MUM, then you are truly missing out. The MUM is a combination of a farmer's market and an artisan market that also provides a great experience complete with live music. This weekly family-friendly event provides activities for children at no cost and is just a delight for our community. This market has been designed with our residents in mind. It is open after work, making it convenient for residents to stop by on your way home. It is also bringing the community to our downtown, introducing the public to the many great businesses and things to do in our downtown. Overall, MUM helps to foster urban lifestyle and provides a cultural experience for our residents. The MUM is open every Thursday night from 5 to 9 on the corner of Main and Idaho, and each week brings new businesses, great dining options, and a new way to enjoy our downtown. You can also experience some of our longtime businesses down there as well. Another great way to enjoy Meridian is by attending the Meridian Community Block Party scheduled for September 17th. The block party is hosted by our Faith Ambassadors and the Meridian Parks Department. This event is a great way to wind down the summer session. You may remember that in May, Colin Moss of our Parks Department joined us to talk about the event and all that it means for Meridian. With a huge community barbecue, bounce houses, recreation, demonstrations, and great family-friendly music, the block party has something for everyone. This year, a fun run component will be added, as well as an exhibit from the Meridian Police Activities League. I encourage you and your family to attend this family-friendly event at Settlers Park from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. on September 17th. In September, we'll also see an event that I know our business community is excited for, as Meridian Business Day returns to our City Hall. Hosted by the City of Meridian and the Idaho Department of Labor, this event is a day of education and networking that has been developed by Meridian small business leaders and business owners. It is designed to help ensure the community and the continued success of our Meridian businesses, as well as the surrounding areas, by continually focusing on building crucial business-to-business relationships. Those are key to anyone's success. The event is free to attend, open to the public, and includes a hosted lunch, all for free. Attendees must register, though, and can do so by visiting meridianbusinessday.com. Up next is a feature on a student who is dedicated to making a difference in her community. Join me as we spotlight Megan Johnson as this month's Future Leader of the Month.
Senior Megan Johnson is committed to participating in activities both in and outside of the classroom. Part of this commitment is what has motivated Megan to join the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council.
I decided to get involved in the advisory council because I'd never really been involved in anything else throughout high school, and I felt like it was time that I needed to do it, and I'd been thinking about it for a few years and just decided I should.
Serving the community for individuals young and old is a passion of Megan's, and she believes that her peers can be the catalyst for making our community great.
I think it's important for us to be involved in our community because we do things that the community wouldn't do themselves. Like, we can help with Wake Up Meridian. We help elderly people do their yards because they aren't able to do it themselves.
Megan loves school and is excited about the prospect of her senior year. Her favorite subject is English and has found writing to be a great escape for her busy schedule.
I like to come up with ideas that nobody's come up with before and like think of my own things and own stories.
Megan plans to attend college next year where she can turn her love of English into a full-time teaching position.
I want to be a teacher. I want to teach second graders.
Megan Johnson, our future leader of the month.
Welcome back. Tonight we're talking transportation, and I'm joined by Ada County Highway District Director Bruce Wong. Thank you so much for joining us this evening.
It's absolutely a pleasure. Thank you.
Well, now, Bruce, you've been with Ada County Highway District for 7 months.
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background?
Well, I have been in Idaho since 2001. I spent about 29 years with our Air Force in all sorts of different locations and responsibilities. Came to Mountain Home from the Pentagon, served at Mountain Home for 3 years as their Chief of Staff from 2001 to 2004, retired. And then got the opportunity to join the Albertsons corporate team for a little bit, and then a national merchandising team for a little bit, and had the tremendous privilege of being asked by our Ada County Commissioners to join ACHD.
Well, I've heard nothing but good things, and certainly as the mayor of a community that gets a great deal of phone calls from our constituents, our citizens, I have found that you're always very responsive, very timely, and I greatly appreciate that.
Well, thank you, Mayor. We have a tremendous team out there. And as I said earlier, it's just a great privilege to be a part of that team.
Now, as I mentioned, I do get a number of phone calls, and they really believe that the city does the roads. As you know, that is the role of ACHD.
Yes.
Can you maybe give us some background on ACHD and what your roles and responsibilities are?
Sure. ACHD was really put together by the legislature in the early 70s, and their focus at that time was to do the best they could to ensure an integrated governance of the 6 cities and Ada County's road structure. With that, they developed 5 commissioners that represent 5 of the different districts in Ada County, and those commissioners have the responsibility and authority to manage and run and make decisions for all of the roads, streets, alleys, and bridges in Ada County other than those state or federal highways. They also have the responsibility and authority to execute maintenance operations for all, do all the planning in concert with different city staffs and the county staffs. They have legal aspects of what they do with legal counsel, and they run a great thing called Commuter Ride. And so it's a huge operation for them, and I serve as their, I'll call it just their CEO. They're my board of directors, and I and our team execute the policies and decisions and guidance that they give us in the best interest of all of our taxpayers.
Before I ask you a little bit about the projects that we have seen happening in our own community, can you tell us how you prioritize the roads? How are these projects selected?
It's a very interesting process. There is a cost-benefit analysis system that goes into that, but that's only part of it. The Commission and my team have many advisors, citizen advisors, city advisors, different action groups that help us through that decision process. At the end of the day, that's all put together with again with a cost-benefit analysis to follow where the growth is going, so that we can assure we're taking and spending the taxpayers' dollars for the biggest impact in a regional perspective for all of Ada County. But it's really fascinating to watch the integration between again, our commissioners, our teams, and the citizen advisory groups that help us get to those decisions.
Well, I know you always walk a fine line in who gets a project and who doesn't. ACHD put together a list of criteria a number of years ago that has weighted criteria to it that really looks at safety factors, at need, the number of trips. All of those have different considerations in how that road project is selected. And it kind of takes a little bit of the politics out of it, which has been really important, I'm sure.
Yes, it has. And again, it's a very, I'll call it fair process across the board, because no one entity has the opportunity to over-influence the others. But at the conclusion of all this, the recommendations by my staff and those citizen advisors are presented to the 5 county commissioners, and they take the time to understand all the facts and then make a determination.
Well, and that is really important for our audience at home to know that, you know, there are a great number of roads that are needed to be improved. But we're just one city of 6 in the county that you serve. And sometimes they're just not high enough on that priority funding list to get it done.
That is true.
But maybe you can give us some good news. Tell us a little bit about the projects that we have been seeing under construction this summer.
And it's great. Meridian is there's a lot of building going on. I brought a list that we can just go top to bottom on. But first off, the Victory and Eagle Road project opened the first week in May, which was just amazing. Due to your tremendous leadership, the 10-mile project was a couple months ago dedicated in a great ceremony, which will, in my opinion, bring just a tremendous amount of economic development and growth opportunities to Meridian. It was well done.
It was an exciting day.
It was. It was really great, and you know what? The weather was just perfect too for that.
It was. God was shining on us that day.
McMillan and Locust Grove will be completed, was completed in May, which was another tremendous opportunity to increase the mobility of all of our taxpayers in Meridian and across Ada County in that intersection. And the great news was it was completed 2 months early, which we thought was just tremendous. Carlton, West 8th to West 4th, we are looking at bids, and we hope to have that done in about a month in September. So it seems to be on track. Lake Hazel and Lowland View, a pedestrian crossing, is also being targeted to be completed in September, and that's on track. Meridian and Woodbury pedestrian crossings are also another September project, and Meridian Road Heritage to Augusta will be completed hopefully this month. It looks like it's right on target. And of course, Ustick, Newman to Thames is going to be completed at a later date. But Meridian has a tremendous amount of growth matching the growth that your city's going through with highway construction.
Well, that and to being the recipient of a whole lot of cross-through traffic from all the communities that surround us. So we certainly appreciate the partnership that we have with Ada County Highway District. Now, there's a number of projects also coming up in the next few years. Maybe you can share some information on that too.
You bet. And the list is really long. Again, it's great to see all this construction and dollars going into Meridian. But for 2011, the projects on the dock right now are Linder and Pine with overlay upgrades on Cherry. Locust Grove to Ustick and McMillan will be an upgrade on the road. Maine Pine to Fairview is an overlay, and Meridian, McMillan, and Chindens are going to be overlay. So a lot of projects in 2011. 2012, you have about 5 or 6 more that are going on from Ustick to 10 Mile, Pine and Linder, Cherry and Black Cat, Victory and 10 Mile on interim signals, Victory to Locust Grove, Franklin to 10 Mile, which is going to be a big one, widening to 5 lanes, Ustick and Eagle overlay, widened to 5 lanes, and then McMillan and 10 Mile, again another update of the road itself. 2013, the Meridian Split Corridor is going to be phase 2 will be a tremendous project for Meridian and all of Ada County. And then in 2014, we've got 10 Mile Cherry and Ustick, which will be planned to be widened to 5 lanes. Ustick and Locust Grove with new intersections, bigger intersections, and Ustick to Locust Grove again to widen to 5 lanes. And it goes on and on. You've got some community projects coming up in 2012, which is West 8th to Pine for sidewalks. Again, going back to that safety perspective that we talked about earlier. And in 2013, Broadway to West 14th for sidewalks, Carlton West 1st sidewalks, Carlton to West 8th sidewalks, Linder Cherry Lane sidewalks and pedestrian pathways and bike pathways, Washington to West 4th to Main sidewalks, and West 4th and Washington, Carlton, more sidewalks. And in 2014, more projects.
Wow. Well, we know that in Meridian we will be seeing a great deal of construction thanks to Ada County Highway District, and what we know is that those that live along those routes are inconvenienced, but the long-term benefit is just huge.
It is.
And we know you probably get a lot of the phone calls from those that live along those construction routes, and also we can say to our community is, you know, bear with us. Thank you for your patience and tolerance, but the benefits far outweigh some of the inconveniences, because we've seen a great number of road projects, and they have not only enhanced our transportation system, but it has helped our quality of life, because it does get our families home to their family, the workers home to their families a lot sooner, and it makes that commute time so much more tolerable.
Yes, and safety is always enhanced on these.
Yes. Now, you mentioned a project for 2012, I believe. No, it starts in 2013, I believe. It's Split Corridor Phase 2. Can you tell us maybe, I think you have a public hearing coming up,
Yes.
or an open house coming up, and maybe a little bit about what people should expect?
Sure, this is going to be, again, just a tremendous project across the board. We are going to be, in partnership with Meridian, widening Meridian Road to 5 lanes with 1 center lane turn from Fairview down to the railroad tracks. We're going to be improving a lot of the intersections across the board, which is going to be increasing safety for all of Meridian and those that use it. We'll be starting construction tentatively right now in around October 12 and such, and it's going to be about an 18-month project. Right now, we're having an open house in the second, third week of August, and we'll be looking at, or this month, and talking to, getting feedback from all of our customers, and of course your customers, as to how they would like to see us proceed with that project, because there are many options on how we can do that. Of course, our perspective will be how we get it done at the least impact to our community, the safest way, with the least amount of dollars being spent.
Yes, we appreciate that. One of the things that we have written to you about temporary intersections and how we can accelerate that. No one likes a 4-way stop sign or a 4-way stop sign intersection. It can be incredibly frustrating. We have a number of those intersections, but in that list that you read, you are addressing many of those intersections. Can you tell us a little bit more about that?
You bet. We've got some great projects ready to go, and the interim intersections are a great boost at a very low cost to our cities. What this does is takes and improves the capacity and the safety of the intersection in an interim basis for about a 10-year period at 10% of the cost of doing a full upgrade. And so as cities are growing, instead of taking the taxpayers' dollars and building an intersection that is far beyond what the traffic and the city's requirements are, we do an interim update, which gives them signal crossings. It's friendly to fire and emergency vehicles, so they do have all the safeguards there. But at the same token, it gives the intersection a 60 to 70% increase in capability at 10% of the cost of just ripping everything out and starting over. So we think it's a tremendous idea. There's least impact to the citizens when we do this in a shorter build duration, but we have 3 that are going on here in the next year, and that is 10 Mile in Victory, Locust Grove in Victory, and 10 Mile in Black Cat.
So A few years ago, the voters approved the enhanced vehicle registration fee. Can you tell us what that has meant for ACHD and the communities that you serve?
Oh, you bet. This has been the voters were very supportive, and this basically put an extra $2 million into our budget per year, and those $2 million are dedicated to safe routes to schools for kids and bike paths for kids. And it's allowed us to accelerate a lot of the projects that were sort of on the back burner to enhance the safety of our children. It's been a win-win across the board. And I tell you, the neighborhoods that we are working in and have worked in, we've received nothing but just tremendous thanks and praise. But you know, it was the taxpayers that allowed us to do this, and we're just tremendously grateful that they gave us this opportunity to provide more support to Ada County.
But you are focused on that promise that you made the taxpayers and putting that money to immediate work.
Yes.
And I think that's been recognized and greatly appreciated. Now, we heard a little bit about maintenance on some overlays. You have a very aggressive maintenance program. We appreciate that because when there is a pothole, your crews are out there rapidly to fill that in. Can you tell us what your philosophy is and your practice to keep these roads in good condition?
It's really proactive, preventive maintenance and immediate customer response and support. Our maintainers are incredibly proud of their record of being able to respond to a request to fill a pothole in less than 24 hours. I kind of smile at that when I first joined the organization. I didn't realize how tough that really is to do. But it's all about ensuring that we are on the roads, coordinating with our city leadership, coordinating with our citizens, because we have a tremendous information system that allows them to call us very quickly, report an issue, and then we handle it and we respond to the citizens within 24 hours. But the roads here in Ada County, we have over 2,200 miles of them. There are some that are in desperate need of replacement across the board, but for the most part, the team does an incredibly good job, recognized across states as to the conditions of our road system. And it's all because we have great team members that are out there working very hard in support of the taxpayer.
Well, we appreciate that. I have time for one last question, and I know your staff, the commission, is very excited about what you do to also minimize the number of trips on the roads through your commuter ride program. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
You bet. Commuter ride is just another huge success. What we do, we operate a rather large fleet of and we partner with communities, neighborhoods, and use those vans to move people, lots of people, to be able to put their cars on the sidewalk and get them very cost effectively to where they need to go. We have 90 routes that are going right now, several of them from here in Canyon County into Mountain Home Air Force Base and back, and I will tell you, I get nothing but just the absolute greatest praise on that group. We're hoping to expand the system because congestion is a today and tomorrow issue, but we just think of all the car miles that we've taken off the road, the increased safety we've got by less vehicles, and the better impact to the environment because we're using one vehicle to support 15 versus 15 to support one.
Well, it is a popular program. If you want to find more out about that, you can check out their website and get information about that program. Well, I'd like to thank you for being here with us and talking about transportation and what role Ada County Highway District plays. I appreciate your time, and I certainly appreciate having you on board. It's a pleasure to work with you.
Thank you, and again, Meridian is just a tremendous city. I know that you're one of the top ones in the nation, and it's just wonderful to be a partner.
Thank you. Up next is a profile on a Meridian business that truly needs no introduction. What do you get when you take strong entrepreneurial spirit, add a unique, one-of-a-kind product, and mix it with an unsurpassed commitment to employees? Enter Meridian's own Sensi.
What initially began as a small business located on a sheep farm in 2004 has transformed into a growing global industry. Founded by husband and wife team Orville and Heidi Thompson, Sensi has been successful due to its commitment to their consultants and customers. It is this commitment that has resulted in Scentsi's rapid growth over the past 7 years. Based in Meridian, Scentsi, a wickless candle manufacturer, has been sweeping the globe with its wide range of products and scents, all designed to connect with people on an emotional level.
When our customers experience that wonderful fragrance, it just calms you right down and you can feel yourself relaxing.
Scentsi is dedicated to separating itself from the competition by focusing on creating high-quality, handmade products that are safe, fun, and easy to use.
Safety really is a given with our products. The warmers are designed to be beautiful, reliable, and durable.
As a leader in their field, Scentsi's rapid growth has paved the way for Scentsi to also be an employment leader in the Valley, providing career options in a variety of different industries, a strong commitment to their employees, and a great corporate culture, all combined to make a job with Scentsi one of the most competitive in the Valley. Heidi Thompson believes that it is all these things combined that go into Scentsi, which is a simple idea with a sophisticated organization and an amazing product, all working together to keep their customers happy.
We want our customers to delight in what our products can do for their homes. That's just who we are.
Now, one of my favorite parts of our show, we can get to answer a question from the community as part of our Ask the Mayor.
Okay. I'm having a garage sale this fall. What kind of permits do I need?
Garage sales at your residence typically do not require any permitting. However, community sales that take place in a neighborhood common area or parking lot do require a temporary use permit, as the use of the area has been changed. Individuals are allowed to have no more than 3 garage sales in a 90-day span and no more than 15 in a 12-month span. For questions about temporary use permits, you can call our city clerk's office at 888-4433. Well, we're at the end of our program. I'd like to thank Ada County Highway District Director Bruce Wong. Next month, I will be joined by representatives from the Mayor's Youth Advisory Council, who will be discussing the upcoming year and their goals and plans. As a reminder, past episodes of Celebrate Meridian can be viewed on the Meridian City website at www.meridian.com.org. And you can join me on Channel 11 every Thursday at 8 o'clock, where we will find new and exciting ways to celebrate Meridian.